Hello, welcome to Immersive Engineering, some sort of tips. This will be cool stuff. Not many people will talk about this stuff, so if you're interested, I'm going to release several videos over the next few days and weeks. Search my username, search Immersive Engineering, Immersive Tech, whatever, and you should see some quick videos that I've made of this. So, this tip is essentially using thermoelectric generators. So thermoelectric generators are pretty cool. You can use Constantin plates there, and if you look at the grit form of that, it's just copper and nickel. Some sort of things you need for MV are like electrum as well, gold and silver, and you can get that just by getting a engineer's hammer, and you can throw, so for instance, you've got some nickel ore, you would just go and do something like this, and that would get you the grit, and that's how you would get access to the thermoelectric generator. The way they work is essentially you have to put something hot on one side and something cold on another side. So uranium is very hot, packed ice is very cold. You can also use water and lava. As you can see, and I'm using this Ender IO capacitor to explain it, currently getting 1024, which is more than actually a biodiesel generator, and this just lasts forever. And like I say, use something, use lava, use water, use cryothium, use cryothium and pyrotheum. I think pyrotheum probably works as well, but a lot of stuff will work. Molten redstone maybe, and it's just about the heat difference. And obviously this tileable formation is super, how can you get better than that? You can't. So that's cool. Now, next tip. What I've done is I've tried to have like a fairly organized structure to it. So I have these capacitors here, and what I've done is I've just cabled around. So if you look at the overall structure, I've cabled around, and what the idea is, and it's good to have some kind of vision for it. So you can see this sort of shape is a bit like it's a bit like a stretched out hexagon in a way. And what I've done is I've routed all the power, and I've got a couple of capacitors. I had one right above that thing, and then I've got one in each sort of corner here. So what I can do, if I want, I could just poke some holes through the wall, feed some cabling through there to stop things getting too messy. And then I might want to have some piping underground as well. So with regards to piping underground, let's move on to the next point. So here we have some coke ovens. So coke ovens, you can feed items into the coke oven through hoppers. So you can coal, and it will turn into cold coke and produce creosote. Now to extract the creosote, you might want to get a pump. So the way the pumps work is the square face is kind of, the thing is, like, if you look at this block, you can see there's a little orange dot on top of it, which looks like it's actually relevant, but it's actually irrelevant. So don't worry about that. Just look at the bottom face here, right? What you need to do is this thing, this cube here needs to be touching some part of the coke oven, right? And that's what it's doing here, right? It's obviously touching this bottom middle block of the coke oven on this side. So you can see it says facing side, there's no connection. If I shift now, what I can do is I can then right click. I've already done it, so I don't need to do it again, but it would actually be able to change the side which is inaccessible. So that way I can extract it. And similarly, what I can do is I can go underneath here, and then I can see I can change this side as well, and then I can just pipe the creosote in. So to give you and then to give you some indication of how that might work. So we've got this empty tank here, right? So we might have some creosote in one of these. So we've got some creosote in this one, right? So all I would need to do is apply the redstone. So we currently got 5 buckets in here, and you can see it nicely draining. I can actually stop it there. So it gives you quite a nice bit of control over that as well.